All right, I am forgetting to get my point across. I'm not forgetting, I'm just not getting my point. When I made the video betrayed by the NRA, Gun Owners of America, and the YouTube gun owners, it wasn't to get you to quit the NRA or quit the GOA. Those organizations are absolutely necessary. However, I was hoping that you would call up the NRA and the NRA GOA, say, hey, I'm a member, and we need to stop what happened to D. Sardi from happening to anybody else. Forget about me. Forget about me. Think about who this is going to happen to next. Is it going to happen to you? What about the other people it's happened to? That's right, the people that their spouses got mad at them and called in on them and had them looked at. Just because they were looked at, now they've lost their Tennessee permits. First off, Tennessee's gun laws are really, really they need a total overhaul. And that's what I would really like to see. Oh, that's my personal agenda. Your personal agenda is to change Tennessee firearm. No, not Tennessee firearms. Tennessee's whole arms law. I'm a criminal for having a hunting knife that's too big, or a sword cane, or a sword, nunchucks, throwing stars. I'm a criminal for having that stuff. That's right, Tennessee's possession laws. They say, well, you can have it, just don't carry it around. What? They're arms. Right to keep and bear arms does not mean, it does not say right to keep and bear firearms, it says arms. Don't get me wrong, I'm not for going down the street throwing stars at people. That should be illegal. That should be, that's assault with a deadly weapon. That should be illegal, unless the person has a reason for throwing the stars at a zombie or something, I know. But anyway, back to my point here. I'm not getting my point across. In that video, I did not want you to quit the NRA. I want you to change the NRA. If you're a member, change it. If you're not a member, join it to change it. I know I'm putting my name on the ballot for governor, but I'm steadily, I guess I'm going to have to, I don't know how I can do it, though. I can't afford it. If I could afford it, I would definitely be a board member to the NRA. But I cannot afford it. I cannot, I can't afford to go to the meetings. I don't even own a suit and tie. And there's no sense buying a suit and tie because the weight problem. But anyway, I don't have reliable transportation to go to these meetings. To go to an NRA board meeting, you have to go to the different cities, stay in hotel rooms and stuff like that. I am nowhere near that income level to do that. Nowhere near it. And I don't foresee me being anywhere near that income level. It takes people like Chuck Norris or Ted Nugent. They've got sufficient funds that they can go stay at that. I mean, if I could afford to be a good board member to the NRA, if I could afford to go to the meetings, I would do it in a heartbeat. I cannot. I do not have the funds to do stuff like that. I mean, I couldn't do it. I mean, the only reason that I say that I can put my name on ballot for governor, if by some fantasy thing that everybody went crazy at once and I did get elected, at least the governor has a mansion in Nashville. I could go stay there, and they would give me a car to drive me back and forth to work every day. So that's the only way I could be a governor, because I could afford, the state would drive me back and forth to work. So I can afford that. I cannot afford to be a member of a organization that I can't get to. Otherwise, I would be a member of my electric company. I would run for the board of directors there. I would run for the board of directors of the NRA or the GOA. In a heartbeat, I would. I can't afford to do the job, though. So that leaves that out. I just can't afford that. But we as members can pester the NRA and say, you need to do something about this. What are you doing about Tennessee's draconian laws? Matter of fact, I'm fixing to send a few more bucks to the Tennessee TFA. And they are, the problem with the TFA, they only got one guy running it, and it's kind of like an oligarchy. The Tennessee Firearms Association, if it was bigger, really desperately needs to be run by a group and not just one person. But it requires money, and it requires more members. See, I couldn't be a board of director member because I could not go to the meetings. It just, it's running for those type of offices. I'm just not able to do it. Not do it under good conscience and be able to do a good job anyway. So anyway, back to the point of this video. Do not quit the organizations. Join the NRA. Join the Gun Owners of America. Join the Tennessee Firearms Association, and let's try to get these organizations moving in the proper direction as to what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to defend our rights. They're supposed to hound our congressmen saying, hey, this is wrong. You need to stop doing that. Otherwise, when election time comes around, we got your name on our dartboard here. And if you fail to support your oath of office, we will remember you come election time. And that's what these organizations are supposed to do. In Tennessee, I would love to see them say, hey, if somebody is innocent, then take their name off the record book. They're innocent. If somebody is not crazy, then don't take their rights away. If they're found innocent, leave them alone. That's what I'd like to see happen in Tennessee. I'd like to see the innocent left alone. I'd like to see the innocent not have computer records. But in Tennessee they do. Because now the new computerized systems and everything, Tennessee, if you get picked up for anything and found not guilty, I know you libtards out there have a lot of earwax, and I'm saying only for those people found not guilty, Tennessee needs to get rid of that computer record. Because employers, when they do a background check now, they will not hire you if you even have any kind of police record. It doesn't matter if you're not guilty. So in effect, a not guilty conviction, not guilty, being turned loose, if you're picked up and turned loose, found not guilty in a court, you have a life sentence that follows you over your head. A life sentence. You have been sentenced to life for being not guilty. Now tell me where the Founding Fathers intended that one. Same thing. This is a roundabout way of what happened to me. I was found not guilty, but yet my permit's yanked. Not guilty. People say, well, we don't know the rest of the story. You know what? What part of not guilty is in your ears? I was found not guilty. I was found perfectly sane. I was no criminal charges. It was not a criminal matter. It was a mental thing. I was found to be perfectly fine. Whether you think I'm fine or not, maybe I'm politically eccentric. But if that's a reason, if you consider that a reason to have my permit yanked, you don't need one either. Because you're crazier than I am.